What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9, Episode 20 review. It is the season finale, but of course your girl got some behind the scenes tea, so let's get right into it. So the first bit of tea I have is on Porsha and Todd. Comes to find out, the Shade Room just reported today that they probably were faking their relationship. Told you some shit that sounded off about this whole situation between them two. So they said on this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha Williams really let the cameras inside her personal life. We got a chance to see the ups and downs from Porsha and her boyfriend Todd Stewart, but was it all just for a storyline? One of our roommates ran into Todd at a club last month in Birmingham, Alabama, and he spilled all the tea. Our roommate asked to remain anonymous, but we were able to find a picture of Todd and a mystery woman from that night to verify that he was actually there. Todd didn't wait long at all to tell the real about him and Porsha's relationship. They've been friends for years, and she asked if Todd would do her a favor for a good storyline in hopes to not get kicked off the show. That night in this picture was the first time Todd has been out in public without her in 4 months because Porsha allegedly had forced him to stay inside because she didn't want the secret to get out that their relationship was bogus. Also, if you have not heard, supposedly Cynthia and Phaedra have been fired after this season and that they did not receive their renewal papers. They said that Phaedra was not rehired because at the reunion it is revealed that she sent a fake cease and desist letter to Porsha from Kandi, and that basically she's a lying fraud ass bitch. So we'll see all of that on the reunion. Let's get into tonight's episode. We start off this episode with Shereé planning her housewarming party. Riley and Kandi go to a restaurant to meet Block, who is Riley's father. He's been trying to call her and keep in contact. Kandi asks her, to make an effort to speak up and talk to him. He arrives and Riley acts like she barely wants to speak. She just sitting there twirling on her straw, looking like an old woman as always. He's trying to talk to her and she just sitting there. I'm like, speak, little girl. You always got something to say any other time with your grown ass. Now when it's time for you to talk, you ain't got shit to say. So he listens to Riley's song about him. He's like, I wonder who this is about. About you, big dodo head. Kandi leaves the table so they can have a moment to themselves. And Riley just sitting there acting like a 2-year-old. I mean, she pissed me off in this scene. And I know some of you like, well, she probably was nervous because, she's not really around him. Bullshit. This little girl always got something to say. Ever since she made her debut on this show, her little grown ass always knows how to talk out of turn. So now when it's time for her to speak up, I need for her to act like the grown ass woman she pretends to be. So he tells her that he's been there since day one. And she asks him, did he sign the certificate? And he gets quiet. And I was like, well, read, Riley. About time. So Kandi comes back to the table. She asks Riley, do you ever remember y'all being in constant communication? And Riley says no. Block says she's brainwashed. And he was just irking me because the whole time he just sitting there laughing and joking like this shit is a game. This ain't no fucking game. This is a child's life who you have not been in her life hardly ever. You sitting up here making fun of the shit like the shit is cool and like it's cute. It's not. So he tells Kandi that she should have made sure Riley called him. I'm so sick of him acting like this is this child's fault that they don't have a relationship. Bitch, you the goddamn dead. You the one that nutted up in her mom and got her pregnant. I don't give a fuck if you had a wife at the time, bitch, and a whole other family. You decided to nut up in Kandi without a motherfucking rubber, bitch. So evidently you didn't give a fuck about her getting pregnant. Now the child is here. Act like you want to be in her life or leave her the fuck alone, period. Riley finally jumps in and says, he's the adult. I was a child. It's not brainwashed because no one had to tell me. It's obvious you were brainwashed if something made you think you were around. And I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. She finally spoke the fuck up and read her daddy for filth because that bitch needed it. Block apologizes and asks to move forward. And Riley look at him like, all right, nigga, all right, we'll see. And I was like, girl, exactly, we shall the fuck see because I don't believe this nigga neither. Phaedra goes with Johnny to meet with the lawyer she referred him to. Why is she still involved in this shit? You act like you don't want to be involved, but you in this with him holding his hand the whole time throughout this whole process. I cannot stand this woman. Oh my God, I cannot stand her. She got to go. She's on Jill Zarin level when Jill Zarin got kicked off for the shit that she did to Bethany. That's where Phaedra is at now, but far worse. So the lawyer tells Johnny that they're not going to represent him in the contract claim against the restaurant, but they will represent him in his wage claim. The lawyer asks, was he employed by Kandi during her wedding? And he says yes. He says he was paid for 5 days of work when in actuality he worked 7. And Phaedra says that she estimated that he was only paid $2 an hour. If anybody on this planet believes that Kandi only paid this man $2 an hour, they got to be as dumb as Johnny and Phaedra look. Ain't no way in hell Kandi gonna pay this man no damn $2 a fucking hour. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Like, you just going for the juggler at this point, bitch. Like, you don't give a fuck about this girl's livelihood, about her reputation, nothing. Like, you just out for revenge. Like, she just don't give a fuck. Like, she is ready and willing to do anything to bury Kandi, and she's just taking it way too far. It's just gone way too fucking far at this point. Kandi is talking to Carmen when Don Juan calls her and tells her that he saw on the blogs that Johnny has filed a lawsuit against her, claiming that she owes him overtime pay. And she like, what, nigga? Like, I don't have time for this shit today. Jeopardy about to come on. Johnny is saying that he worked 20 hours overtime every week. Okay, Johnny. And I'm a lesbian. All right. So Kandi ain't even fazed by this shit. She like, all right, Tyler Perry already told me to set aside some little petty cash for petty ass niggas like you. So Kandi tells Todd and Carmen that she thinks Phaedra told him to sue her because people have been telling her that he met with Phaedra. And I'm like, you know the fuck her slimy ass did, big lip bitch. So Kandi says, I was kind of feeling bad because everybody gonna think that I had something to do with Apollo girlfriend showing up at the OLG open. And Todd tells her, Apollo is my friend. You have nothing to do with it. I heard what you're saying, Todd, but at the end of the day, she's on a reality show where bitches go against each other and set each other up all the time. And Phaedra, being Phaedra, of course is going to think that this girl has something to do with it when she 100% did not have anything to do with this whole entire situation. So Todd, I need for you to shut your sawed off ass the fuck up. Shereé is bragging about her custom stove and fridge that did not show the fuck up. But baby girl, you can't even pay your contractors, but you bragging about furniture and appliances and shit that your ass cannot fucking afford. I need her to stop trying to act like she balling, but bitch, you ain't even balling on a budget, bitch. You got champagne taste with a beer budget. Like, I need for you to have several. So she got dancers and aerialists in this motherfucker. And I'm like, who is paying for this? Obviously, Bravo, you're paying for this shit because you can't afford it. So Cynthia tells Porsha about Apollo's girlfriend showing up and that they've been together for 4 years, and Porsha is shocked by this information, but you know she is just like super excited to go and tell Phaedra all this news. So Shereé makes her grand entrance, honey, and her House of Darion couture dress. I'm like, did Mama Tina make that back in 1998? Because that show looked like some shit Destiny's Child would have worn, but she thought she was slamming, bitch. Porsha says, hi, Kandi, and Kandi was like, hi, girl, but in her green screen, she like, why the fuck are you speaking to me? We don't fuck with each other. But then at the same token, Kandi speaks to Phaedra. Like, none of you hoes should be speaking to each other because none of you hoes like each other. Because me, I'm an ignorant bitch. If I don't like you, I don't see you, I'm not speaking to you. If you speak to me, I'm not speaking back. Bitch, get out my face. So Porsha tells Phaedra about Paulo's girlfriend coming to the grand opening. Phaedra accuses Todd and Kandi of trying to hurt her like we knew she was gonna do. And she says she's ready to knock a bitch head off because they going too far. They going too far, but you the same bitch that's trying to get this girl sued, that has accused her husband of cheating on her, that has had probably had the FBI go to this bitch house. Now at this point, I don't put shit past your ass. You probably did have the FBI go to her house last year because Apollo shit was at their house. You the same bitch that's sitting up here talking about this woman got a sex dungeon. You the same bitch that's sitting up here talking about she a lesbian, like to eat pussy for breakfast and shit. Girl, but they going too far. So Kim and Croy show up with Kim's new face, and I'm just like, why are you here, ma'am? Like, I like don't be tardy for the party, but nobody has missed you being on the Real Housewives. So Kenya asks Kandi to show her around. They go down to the basement, and Kandi says, I don't think we're supposed to be down here. Kenya says it's not roped off. So Kenya goes crazy because she sees that Shereé's basement is not finished, but we all remember that Shereé clowned Kenya's house at her housewarming for shit not being done. Both of you hoes being petty. Both of you hoes stupid. I need for both of y'all to just shut the fuck up and enjoy these little houses, these little ragged ass houses that y'all got. Y'all hoes act like y'all ain't never had shit ever in y'all motherfucking lives. Good God, you can't give black folks nothing. Shereé friend tells Kenya and Kenya that they can't be down here. Then she goes and tells Shereé, these bitches are in your basement. Excuse you, rude. Like, why you got an attitude, man? Bitch, this ain't your house. So Shereé jumps up. Who the fuck is in my basement? Who the fuck is in my basement? I'm like, sit down, Hulk Hogan. So Kenya says, I was in your basement. Shereé says, why? Kenya says, cause we didn't know where we were going. Girl, you knew damn well where you was going with your sneaky ass. As Kim decides to jump her ass up in the conversation. And I'm like, who the fuck is talking to you, Shawn Michaels? Ain't nobody talking to you. So she says, you just don't do that. You're in somebody's house. Shereé accuses them of trying to be nosy and messy, and Kenya apologizes because she knew she was wrong. But Kim keeps on going. And I'm like, what is your problem with Kenya? Like, did Carlos and them tell you? Carlos is the producer. Carlos can't tell you to come in on 10 because like you doing the most, and for what? I just didn't understand it. Like, what is your problem, bitch? Because when you were on the show, you wasn't about it like that, Kim. I need for you to have several, but I forgot she always have a battery in her back when her husband is 2 feet away. Kenya says to her, I did it, and what? Kenya points out that Shereé has a lot of the same things she has in her house. And they did have similar shit or whatever. But both of you hoes shopped at regular ass retail stores like IKEA and motherfucking Home Goods and Z Gallery. So shut the fuck up. Kandi speaks to Kim, who barely acts like she want to speak back. I'm like, bitch, how you act like you don't want to speak to her when you stole money from this bitch? But okay. So Kandi is really being nice. I'm like, bitch, you being way too nice to these hoes. Because it wouldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Wouldn't have been me. Shouldn't have been me. Shereé is mad because Kenya is pointing out shit about her house. But bitch, you did the same thing. You was rude at her shit. But now that she's returning the favor, you want to have an attitude. All right, bitches. So Kim asks Kenya, why are you being an asshole? Bitch, you ain't even on the show. Mind your white ass, Caucasian ass business. So Kenya says, mind your business. This between me and her. Kim says, we got a long friendship. Yeah, bitch, for the cameras. Other than that, y'all hoes don't fuck with each other. So have several, Kim. Kim talks about Kenya's dress and her pussy barrel damn near hanging out. Kenya tells her, you want to see it. Maybe you'll get lucky tonight. Kim says that she has a man at home, a real one. Kenya said, it was a good one. Kenya says, at least I don't look like I've had 5 kids. She don't look like she had 5 kids, bitch. Kim do look good with all the procedures and shit that she done paid for. The bitch look good. She look way better than she did 9 years ago, bitch. So Kim says, at least I have 6 kids. And I'm like, bitch, don't act like you the only motherfucker that can pop out some kids. And I'm pretty sure if Kenya wanted to have a kid by now, she would have been adopted one or some shit or kidnapped one across the street. Kenya says, your husband doesn't have a job right now, so worry about that. And I'm like, bitch, you better pull out facts and receipts. Because at this time when they were filming, Croy had just gotten fired from his second football team. Because you know, the Falcons didn't renew his contract. Then he went to go play somewhere in like one of them old cold ass states like Minnesota or some shit, and then they cut him. So he hasn't been working. So Kim says he's worth $20 million, so I think we're straight. Well, I disagree with that, because if y'all was so straight, then why the fuck you back on her Real Housewives, bitch? Because remember, you act like when you left, you were above this shit. And when you Google Croy net worth, it said that nigga only worth $2 million. So I don't know where you get this $20 million from. I mean, every site says $2 million. So somebody's lying. Kim tell her, you want to be me, you want to have a baby, you can't, you want to have a man, you don't. That was a good read, Kim, gotta give it to you. Kim said, I know I'm not a duck like your lips. And I was like, because them motherfucking lips of Kim's look like 2 inflatable baby pools. Like, I just cannot with them lips, girl. Her and her damn daughter they go to LA literally like every other month to go get their lips done and get injections in their face, because I follow her ass on Snapchat. So Shereé takes her skirt off to reveal her catsuit underneath, and everybody's bigging her up. Ken say, is this your Wonder Woman outfit? And I didn't really feel like she was giving shade, because everybody was saying little shit in the background. Shereé says, no, Superwoman, bitch, because I did this all by myself. Or Ken did it all by herself too, but she ain't running and telling, shouting it from the mountains. Bitch, I got my own house too. Ooh, I need brownie points for it. And bitch, while you talking, she was being nice to you by saying you look like motherfucking Wonder Woman, because to me, you look like the motherfucking Yellow Ranger, bitch. You need to have been at the motherfucking Power Rangers premiere with that ugly ass outfit you had on with that brocade, gold brocade shit going down that country ass bullshit somebody made for you in Atlanta. So Cynthia points out that Chateau Shereé is dust free and has baseboards, but bitch, where your stove in your refrigerator while you trying to talk about Kenya? I'm like, if you don't speak the truth and shame the motherfucking devil. So Shereé tells Phaedra that Kandi didn't invite Apollo's girlfriend to the OLG opening, but Phaedra like, like she really don't believe it. Bitch, ugh. So Kim says bye to everybody except for Ken. Ken is like, you know, bye Kim. You know, still trying to be at least decent towards this bitch after she came for her. And Kim talking, I wasn't talking to you. I don't even know why you here. Now, it'd have been real fun if she would have got up and shifted that motherfucking wig of yours, bitch, because you would have been crying. Telling me, so, Croy, help me. She's attacking me. Kandi goes to speak to Phaedra, and Kandi tells her about Apollo's girlfriend coming to the opening, that she didn't like it or invite her, and she also apologizes if it offended Phaedra in any type of way. Being a woman about it, being honest about it, and being upfront about it, which is what I can always say about Kandi. The girl don't lie, and she don't be trying to set people up or be on no bullshit. So Phaedra accepts her apology, but in her green screen, she says she could care less. Evil bitch. So Kandi says, I'm sure you've heard Johnny is suing me. And Phaedra says, I've heard. Kandi says, people have been telling me that he came to see you. Were you the one that gave him the advice to sue me? Phaedra says, as an attorney, I can't speak on it. Which lets her know right then and there, bitch, you did speak to him. Girl, I swear to God, this bitch is the devil. She is the devil. So the episode goes off at this point, and at the end, you know, they give an update on all the girls and where they're at now. And like I told y'all, Phaedra and Apollo's divorce settlement was thrown out. The judge sided with Apollo, even though he's still engaged to another woman, so they are still technically married. I told y'all that shit. Y'all don't be listening to me though. Kandi is still over there winning. You know, her and Tiny got a credit on Ed Sheeran's new song, which is a hit single, so they still collecting coins from back in the 90s, bitch. Cannot wait for this reunion. This reunion is about to be lit. I cannot wait for hoes to get exposed, bitch. I cannot wait. Let me know what you thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. What was your favorite part of tonight's episode? Make sure to thumbs up this video and hit that notification bell button. And if you have not subscribed to the Color Me Pink channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? It is lit over here. The T-Squad stay popping in this bitch. Yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review, like my braids. I was gonna do a full glam today, do a cute little festival Coachella beat for y'all, but I woke up and it was 82 degrees and it was hot, and I was like, I'm tired. I didn't sleep none yesterday. I didn't sleep at all. I was up 24 hours. So I was like, fuck that, I ain't doing none of that shit. I gotta finish this goddamn book. So I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Love you, bye.